How long does it take? How long does it take for change to be realized? How long has Tariq Nasheed had? How much money has this nigga had that has passed through his hands? How much money? We're talking millions. But nothing is different. You don't think about that from time to time? You don't let that enter your thought process and say, hey, is this nigga ever going to do something besides beg for money? When Martin Luther King laid down his life, everything stopped. There were no more marches. Everybody that was surrounded by him that called themselves dedicated to the movement, they didn't pick the torch up and say, let's continue on, because that's exactly what he would have wanted. None of those so-called dedicated members did anything after this man was assassinated. They were either too fucking afraid or they were paid off. You want to put a stop to everything that's going on now? That's a part of inequality, racism, white supremacy. Get all the black athletes and the movie actors and everything in relation to not go to work, to go on strike. Don't act in no movies. Don't fucking play no fucking basketball, football, fucking soccer, nothing until our demands are met. And I guarantee you, you want to see some changes transpire so fucking fast, makes your head spin. When they start losing money every day, they'll start to listen. They'll be begging you to tell them what we want. And we would get it. You understand? We would get it. I promise you we would get. Even rednecks root for blacks in these fucking sports. You understand what I'm talking about? Even the most racist individual, his favorite player is a black man. I can guarantee you that. You can't tell me otherwise. This is what we have to do. First of all, we need somebody that these celebrities will listen to. They're not going to listen to ordinary people because they are afraid to lose those millions. They are afraid to lose that fucking status. Why do you think they were offered the status in the first place? To keep things quiet. Notice how when King died, all these offers started to happen. Music industry picked up. Because talk to some of the older musicians. They always complain about how they never was paid. They never was paid this same amount of money that these niggas are making now. Why is that? You don't think about that? To keep you confused and hating each other and jealous of each other and having so many of us not wanting to march, not wanting to be a part of a fucking movement or nothing. Just spend their money and enjoy it and never want to lose it. And that's why they don't want to be a part of nothing. And that's why they won't join us. They don't even consider themselves a part of us. I'm telling you something, and I'm telling you right now, if we don't change that, something is going to transpire soon that we cannot handle alone. We're going to have to unite together. And our weapon is to hurt their pockets. That is a powerful weapon. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. They don't like losing money. They don't like losing money. So in order to have this realized, we're going to constantly have to put this in the spotlight. We got to talk about it every day. We got to talk about it so much that it goes viral and that it stays viral. And we got to make them ashamed that they haven't already did this. We have to rub it in their faces every single fucking day. And listen, the first move that we make, we stop supporting these black athletes. We stop supporting these black actors. Every time a movie comes out, every time a game is played, ignore it. Ignore it. Don't even show up. You understand? Don't support it. Don't support it. starts to make them feel worse and worse each time. At first, they're going to just play it off and, I don't care, but they really do care. Believe me, they really do care. They really do care. Don't listen to them say that they don't. They do. This is the only weapon that we have that's sure to work. It's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to all of us. We have to do this. Every last one of us. For God's sake, stop giving your money to Tariq Nasheed. This man has never did anything for anybody but himself, nor will he ever. He has proven that to be true every fucking year that he begs for $100,000. Not a penny of that money goes toward anything except himself. So it's time to stop supporting that nigga. You should have stopped a long time ago. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with so many of you that constantly give your money to these niggas day in and day out. You support them day in and day out. They don't support you. They don't do shit for you. They don't do shit for the communities. They don't do shit for our society as a whole. And we just continue to let it be that way. It's time for a change. Are you with me or are you against me? That's what I want to know. Are you with me or are you against me? This change can happen very quickly. As I stated, they don't want to lose no money. After about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe not even that long, they're going to want to sit down and talk. They're going to want to see what can we agree on that will get these players back on the field. What can we agree on that will get these black men and women back in the movies? They make money off of you every single day. And without you, they can't make the money. And you don't realize that. You think, oh, well, they'll fire me and then they'll get someone else. That is where unity comes into play. Everybody got to be on the same page, baby. You understand? It takes sacrifice. That's why we have to have supplies on hand that's ready. Because if we do something that they don't like, I'm pretty sure they're going to fire back at us and do something that we don't like. They're going to try to weaken us. They're going to try to cut off things, that help us to survive, like food and water and everything else. So we have to have all those things in place, ready. We have to anticipate their moves. It's chess. It's chess. I don't know who came up with that fucking saying. It's chess, not checkers. But they knew exactly what they were talking about. And it wasn't fucking Tariq Nasheed. That motherfucker has taken every phrase that he can fucking steal from anybody out there. And he tries to claim it on himself. This nigga is a con artist. That's exactly what he is. And he is done in 2018. Tommy Sotomayor is done in 2018. And every other fucking con that utilizes these platforms on the internet to continuously con you and take your money and take your fucking self-respect, your dignity, your time, your blood, sweat, and your tears. And they would take anything else if you had anything left to give them. It's time for a change. So let's have that change realized. Are you ready? Are you finally ready? It's a lot of people. Recently, I've seen a lot of people that have contacted me that claim to be ready for this change. About 1,000 people in the last 3 days have sworn never to give Tariq Nasheed another dime. He's panicking now. He can't collect that $100,000. He already know it. He knows that it's not enough people that's willing to give money that can equal that $100,000. He's trying his best to gain that audience back. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't try to pull some kind of bullshit out of his hat. I mean, something that he ain't never did before. Because see, when you desperate, you'll do anything. You'll do things that people never anticipate that you would do. That's why you have to anticipate anything and everything. A desperate person has no limitations. This man is used to pulling in 100 grand, and all of a sudden he's realizing that he can't pull that 100 grand. He's up to something, and I'm telling you, in a few short weeks, he's going to reveal it. You watch. But I'm here to tell him, even before it's revealed, it's not going to work. You will never be able to collect that amount of money again. I said it last year, and I'm saying it again in 2018. If he tries to do some fucking bullshit and try to lie about it, oh, I already collected. Listen, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't buy into it. I'm telling you, this man will never collect another $100,000 at one time again. I guarantee you. Because number one, the people don't have it. That's a fact. The people don't have it. Number two, they're starting to wake up now. They're starting to realize finally that, you know what? I'm not going to give this nigga my money. He ain't doing shit for us. He takes this money, and then the next thing, right after, he goes on fucking vacation. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to, listen, he is waiting for the right opportunity to start begging you for money. And he could have already started by now. He could have already started. But I'm telling you, he's going to make the grand announcement, and he's really going to lay it heavy on you because it's vacation time, and it's fucking tax time on his fucking condo, and it's mortgage time, and he needs that money bad. You understand? And he needs a whole hell of a lot of it. People really think that this nigga got a fucking a damn extended bank account, you know, savings. Oh yeah, I got millions of dollars. Listen, he lives from donation to donation. I told you that 4 to 5 years ago, and that's still true today. That's why he can't go on vacation until he collects the next donation money, in case you hadn't noticed. He doesn't plan to go anywhere until he collects money from you first. Because why? He ain't got it. That's why. You wait and see. You just wait and you see. But 2018, it's a done deal. I already know exactly what he is going to try to go back to. That pimping shit. Oh, I'm going back to, you know, relationship videos and how to get some pussy and, you know, how to con women out of the pussy. And it's not going to work, Tariq Nasheed. Marcus, whatever your fucking name is, it's not going to work, man. And let me say this before I cut this video off. This man has a ton more secrets that he hasn't revealed to you. I'm telling you, it's a lot of things that he left out. But somebody told me a long time ago, lay everything out on the table. Because if you don't and you leave just one thing out, anybody can use that one thing to destroy you. If you don't reveal it to the people and you try to hide it, somebody finds that something that you're trying to hide, especially if you're begging for money constantly, especially if you're using the people. And that person bring that shit out and it will destroy you. And it's nothing that you can do about it. It's a lot of things that this nigga won't talk about. If it's all good, then why not talk about it? One of those things is his pops. He don't discuss his pops ever. He talks about his mom from time to time, but he don't discuss his pops. I wonder why. It's something that he don't want you to know. That's why. If he's proud of something, I mean, really just think about this. If he's really proud of something, he'll discuss his pops all day long and anything else that it might be. Tariq Nasheed is a bragger, in case you hadn't noticed. He's a bragger. He loves to talk about good shit in his life and you know, anything that's in relation to him. He don't mention his pops. When he was talking about coming to LA and being 17 years old and only having enough money to get here, see, that was one of those sob stories that he created to fuck with your emotions. Oh, he only had just enough money to make it to LA, but somehow, some way, he persevered and he made it. How did you make it? How did you make it, nigga? Everybody want to know. You were 17 years old, so you didn't finish high school. I mean, any idiot would know that. 17. And you come to LA broke because the plane ticket took all your money. Where did you go that first night? Where did you go for the first fucking 4 or 5 more years of your life, nigga? Did you all of a sudden just have money because your name was Tariq Nasheed? Keep in mind, he said he didn't know nobody in LA. But all of a sudden, he fast forward to hanging out with fucking Crips and Blood. So, see, he wanted you to let your own mind wander and make up the rest of the story for him. Well, I guess he sold drugs and somebody took him under their wing. Yeah, somebody did, all right. They fucked his ass. That's what they did. He had to give away that ass for room and board. And being 17, at that time, it was a lot of runaways. Look it up. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not making it up. Look it up, nigga. Look it up. It was a lot of runaways. And for some reason, everybody wanted to run away to LA. Right at that time that he said that he touched down, there would be perverts waiting at the fucking airport. I'm telling you, and at the bus stations, ready to give a home to these fucking little boys. Because they knew that these niggas would put out for room and board, to have somewhere to stay, to have something to eat. But I bet he won't tell that. That's why he left out a big old gap. This nigga never hung around the Crips and the Bloods. He wanted to be a part of them, but they wouldn't have him. You know why? Because he was way too soft. And that's exactly what they told him. Nigga, you too soft. You can't be a part of us. He tried to be a part of the Crips and the Bloods. They both turned him away. This nigga has been acting his whole life. Acting like this person and acting like that person. And when he got used that first time, he decided to do some using of his own. This is when he started to use women, females. Much like your precious Umar Johnson. All his life, he was using females. This nigga has been in motels and hotels for over half of his entire life. It's sad, man, because they tell you a whole different story. This all glamorous shit and this hard luck story, and now I persevered and now I'm somebody. Get the fuck out of here, man. They've been con artists all their lives. All their lives. And it's time for you to know the truth and pass it on to somebody else to avoid supporting these motherfuckers. They still living off you. They still dependent on anybody else and everybody else besides themselves. They can't take care of themselves. But they call themselves men and women. I'm a man. How are you a man when you can't take care of yourself? Without the people's money, you can't afford that condo. Without the people's money, you can't afford to go to fucking Maui on vacation. You gotta wait on them to give you money just to have enough money to do something that you want to do. You living from donation to donation, nigga. It's exposed. You done. I'm not gonna stop until everybody knows the truth.